Maryland sports fans, there's only one sports book in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Okay, see you later.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Loud Spot. I'm your host, Sebastian Cosby, right out of Oklahoma City. I'm hanging out with Lee Jennings, the funeral portrait. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? That intro's sick. That band's sick. That was cool. That's super cool.
Hell yeah, dude. We're actually working on getting a music video made for it.
Are you going to be in it?
You know,
you have to be.
I think so.
You have to be. They have to do something crazy, solo, ride on your just shred your face off. Literally, I think that just literally your whole face just melts with that solo.
I know I know, dude. There's a band that did that for me out of the East Coast and gave it to me, and they're like, "Here you go." And I was like, "This is fucking awesome, but can you bleep out the bad words?" They're like, "Yeah, no problem."
Yeah, they did because it's great because they bleeped it, but they also would solo over it too and stuff like that.
Yeah,
sick. It sounded cool. It's definitely the best intro to a podcast I've heard in probably a very, very long time. So
it's the loud spot, man. We got to get their attention right away. We got to be loud in your face. Dude, good. I'm so happy to have you guys on the show. I was checking out some of your songs earlier, and I will say my co-host is not here tonight. Ava is out doing things, and it's just impossible for her to make it, but she's here in spirit with us. She was texting me, "I don't think I'm going to make it." So no problem to Ava, but I've taken a week off of the show, and you are my first guest after being gone for a week.
Well, hopefully it's well worth this triumphant return then.
I think so, yeah. It's nice to get a break every now and again, you know? It's nice to get a little break.
It is, yeah, but now I think I've had too much of a break with COVID, so now I'm just I'm ready to get my life back, but, I understand the break point, so.
Yeah. It's always good to get back, but then we do it for so long, all right, it's
all right, can we have it's okay, we had a little break, okay, let's take another break here again, so.
So let's talk about the funeral portrait, man. You guys have been around. I was looking online earlier. You guys have been around for quite some time, man. You guys got a decent following, too.
Well, thank you. Yeah, so basically started the band back in 2014. Mm-hmm. Signed to a small label and did a bunch of touring with some really cool bands. Built a super small, tight group of fans that we call the Coffin Crew, and it's
nice.
It's like our little family. I don't like to call I don't know. So many bands call their fans, "Oh, my family," stuff like that. Yeah, that's not. So I came up with the Coffin Crew because we're super dark and mysterious. So I'm wearing white today just because it's kind of funky and it'll throw your eyes off. But this is the only white T-shirt I own. So
yeah, this is the only blue T-shirt I own. It's a Nirvana shirt from Target.
Dude. It's okay every once in a while to break the mold. So
right.
Basically, we started touring a bunch, really small tours, to play to whoever would listen. Across the country, we've been I think we've done like maybe 25 to 30 tours over the past few years. And
wow.
I mean, we're always on tour because that's just kind of the type of band that we're very theatrical, larger than life kind of band. So they kind of work that way. And we toured Canada. We haven't done anything else yet. We have some plans for early next year, but can't spill the beans just yet. But so stuff is rolling around. But basically, started in 2014, signed to a label, released an EP, which has our song Casanova on it that kind of took off. And then we released a record about a year after that, 2 years after that. Yeah. And then basically a whole complete member lineup change except for me.
That always happens.
Listen, it happens, but I love talking about it because it's something, a lot of people like to skip over when they talk about like member changes and stuff like that. For me, I like talking about it just because I have two versions of this band. I have TFP 1.0 and TFP 2.0. And I think for me, with the Funeral Portrait, we've like kind of evolved and changed over the years, not just member wise, but also just maturity and what we want this band to be and what I want this band to be and what my vision has changed. I mean, of course, over 7 years or so odd, 6 years, 5 years, I don't know even how long it's been anymore. How long it's been, but it's one of those things that it's like, it's one of those things that we don't know where you want to start to where you want to finish. And now we kind of see what this band is going to be and what we're going to kind of see what happens. So
yeah, man, that's super cool. And you know what? I think it's neat you have the Coffin Crew with the name The Funeral Portrait. It's like, because it makes it kind of stand out just a little bit to your fans, to be the Coffin Crew. Like, that's kind of cool, man.
And it's, I don't want to call it like TFP Army or something, everyone uses those things. Everyone uses Army or family or group or crew. I know we use crew. Okay. Crew's like one of those words that you don't want to use because it's kind of like family. It's kind of, so we just were like, okay, let's go with that. But it's been awesome because we have like this logo that we brand everywhere, and we have so many fans dedicated, these super awesome dedicated fans that get it tattooed on them. We have this one girl I think she lives in North Carolina or Virginia, like on the border of Virginia and North Carolina. She has it our logo tattooed right here on her face.
Did you better get her backstage passes to every concert that she goes to?
So I already told her and her boyfriend, I was like, any show you guys ever want to come to, deal. You know what I mean? Y'all are like good to go, like forever. No matter what show it is, I don't care. Even if I have to pay for y'all's ticket myself, I'll make it happen.
There you see, and that's cool, man. That you do that with like a fanatic and a fan. I want to go back to where you said, crew, saying crew. What's funny is like how bands have you have your personal Facebook page just for you, then you have like your band page. Then a lot of them have like the fan page, right? Yeah. Like that's a group instead of a page is like a group, right? Yeah. So I created the Loud Spot Crew.
Sick.
And I use crew, but it's like kind of saying spot and crew. It's kind of like means like the loud spot. Like it's kind of like it's kind of like the same word. It's not the same word, but it kind of sounds weird together. It's a spot with the crew. I don't know. It just sounds kind of funky.
It's cool though. Yeah. Our group's kind of the same way. We have like a group on Facebook, and we've like tried to do other apps as groups, but it's just hard, man. The Facebook one's just the easiest, We even did a thing over quarantine. Well, it was right at the beginning of quarantine when I thought shows were going to come back, a few weeks later and stuff. But we did these gift certificates or like welcome, like membership kind of certificate.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So like we literally sent it to everyone in the group. They just sent us their email. So they got signed up to our email list this way. But
right. Yeah. That's how you get it. That's how you get it, right?
Give us your info and we'll get it. But we sent them this like little gift certificate or like membership certificate that they could like print out. And we also on it said, bring this to a show, like sign it, put your name on it or whatever, and bring it to a show. And you get 15% off one merch item at a show. And like, we already had tour dates like ready to go and everything. This was, last year. And then it was like, oh no, these shows are getting canceled. Oh no, These shows are getting canceled. So I like posted the other day. I was like, y'all remember these? And so many people are like, oh my God, totally forgot. Cause we like finally announced some like tour dates for October and people were like excited. And I was like, don't forget your gift certificates or your like membership certificates. So
yeah, bring it. Did I see online that you guys are in the studio currently working on an album?
Yeah. So basically last year let's take it back. 2019, we released a song called Holy Water, which technically I guess came out 2 years today.
It's the anniversary, and we're going to play that song
today, which is cool. I'm glad that we're doing this, you know?
Yeah,
this is a way to celebrate, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So 2 years ago today, we released it, and it just kind of took off. It was weird. It just took off online a little bit, and then we were on tour with this band called From Ashes to New, and they like somehow Octane, Sirius XM Octane discovered us through that tour because they came to a show and they're like, oh, you guys have music out like right now, and they listened to it. They're like, oh, we're gonna put this on next week, and they like started spinning it, and then it just like kind of went from there. And then we got like a cool manager, a cool booking agent, and then now a cool label. And like we announced last year that we were signed to this label called Better Noise, who has like Five Finger Death Punch, Papa Roach, From Ashes, Nothing More, and I could keep going. But
that's great for you guys. That's like super fantastic.
For us, we were like, oh my God, because we were like this band that just like sleeps in a van in a Walmart parking lot, literally like 8 months out of the year. So for us, like we were like, okay, sure, sign the dotted line. So we signed. And then it was like time to go make a hit record, you know, and we were like, okay, let's see what we can do. So we wrote about 40 songs over the past 2 years because we kept turning in songs and they were like, oh, these are good. We want more. And I'm like, so you want me to pour my heart out like over and over again into these songs? Like we're emotional, we're very theatrical. So it's hard. It's not just like easy for me to just sit. Like I am sitting in my studio right now, but sitting in the studio and just being like, right, you know, something about love for the 40th time or something, you know, like being broken up with or whatever it is.
You run out of lyrics. Like if you have to write song after song, eventually like your motivation or your inspiration, eventually like I just wrote like 20 fucking songs. Like what else can I say at this point? You just
start like writing stuff that just doesn't make sense either. And the best thing is we like took like from some of the songs we did take like, we really like this chorus, so let's use this chorus, but hated the lyrics, these made up lyrics, you know, let's take the actual real lyrics from this song and move it over here. And so that was kind of cool. But I think for us, so we did that whole record. Basically, we are 4 songs away from hearing the whole record from the beginning to the end, like mix, the master, like it's been mixed right now. We literally, it's at the mastering guy's studio in like New York City. And he's like sitting in this like big office with like $100,000 worth of like 10,000, like probably I'm not
$10,000,
$10 billion worth of like gear in this like like this massive high-rise studio in New York City, listening to our record that I like recorded like in my bedroom. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, whatever, bro. So it's kind of cool though. We're so close, and we'll see what happens. So.
Well, yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to hear the new album. I do want to say Sharon, she listens to a lot of our episodes, but fun vibes, Bass, and she's talking to me. Yeah, fun vibes. So she watches all my shows. So she can tell when I'm kind of having fun and when I'm not, like having the best time. But yeah, 2 years super fantastic, bro. I love it. So this is the 2-year anniversary of Holy Water. We do want to play that. I didn't know it was a 2-year anniversary until you told me. Yeah. I was looking for like your more recent song, found that one. But I do want to mention also, which we're not going to play, is Mad World. That cover you guys have. Listen, after this show or anyone that sees this on YouTube later on, go, after you finish the episode, go check out Mad World by The Funeral Portrait. It's a great, you guys did the song justice, man. It's awesome.
Dude, thank you.
All right, let's check out Holy Water. Let's check it out. Let me undo the brand first right here. Hold on a second. let me take that off and then I'll play it. Here we go. I traded my name to a torture state, so I ran and broke a leg, but All right, dude. So I got a couple questions to ask about that song.
All right.
One, I do want to say that is one hell of a song, man. That is awesome. So the second thing I do want, well, that's actually not the first thing I even wanted to say. The first question I want to ask about the song is, now you guys weren't in the video yourself, so was that purposely done? You just kind of gave the music to someone and said, here, do something with it?
So basically, okay. So the whole thing was we didn't know, we were not on a label at the time. We had like nothing. So it was literally just us self-funding everything. And we were we were like, and it was one of those things that we showed the song to a few people and everyone was like, this is our favorite song out of all the new songs that you guys have been working on. So we were like, well, then let's just release it, right? Let's like get it out there. Let's see what happens. And I'm glad that we did, but we didn't have the money to do like a full on music video for it. And I'm one of those kind of guys that just, if I'm not going to be able to do it with the right way, I'm not going to want to do it at all.
Right. So right. If it's going to be out there, you might as well do it the right way and make it look the best it can look.
So I was just like, let's just do like a more lyric video, but make it just kind of like a looping of these like cool imagery kind of things to create this, what I see in my head that I wish that we could do in real life.
Right.
So we have this guy that does like all of our artwork, like all the cool like CGI kind of stuff. I was like, hey man, this is the idea. Could you make it happen? He was like, yeah, cool. So, and then we made it kind of like old kind of horror with like the subtitles, more like a subtitle kind of thing than like big flashy lyrics going on the whole time, you know? So
yeah, no, it looked good for not being in it. It looked good. Does the song justice? Now, my next question about that song is, who did the girl vocals in that?
Yeah. So basically, while we were in the studio, we did it up in North Carolina with like the guy that produces us. He was like big. He was living in North Carolina at the time. Now he actually lives here in Atlanta. And so basically, we were like, this is this idea, because we basically we wanted to write something that we had never done before, something that was just completely different than anything we've ever done. And so we were like, let's give it this like kind of Southern gospel gothic-y kind of vibe. And we're like, we need a female vocalist on this, because I kind of sang the originally like the super early demo. There's a version of me singing the holy water, like hold in your holy water, you know, instead of like a female vocalist. So it's kind of funny hearing that version. And then basically right as soon as we were done in the studio working on these songs, our producer Josh Landry, he was actually working with this band called A Light Divided.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're like around our size, like a rock band. So their vocalist, she's like really, really talented. JC is her name, and she's she's awesome. And so she like came in like before they even started tracking their stuff. She like came in and was like, yeah, I'll track it real fast, and tracked it. And I was like, all right, we're good. We're good. Like, we're good. So we just took like literally like 50 takes of her singing it, so that way we could like make it kind of sound like a choir.
So put it all together.
Yeah. And so basically, so she did that version, but it's kind of funny because it's honestly weird. This is the first time I've listened to this version in a very long time, because we re-recorded it for our record that's going to be coming out
Okay.
next year. So, which we didn't change anything, but we like re-recorded everything, so it's like better quality, and we actually have like a full choir now singing it and stuff. Right. So it's kind of weird, and like I've been just doing nonstop listening to our record, just making sure that it sounds the way that I want it to sound and fixing what we need to fix. And so it's funny listening to that old version to listen to this new one. So
I bet, because if you're working on the new version of it for the new album you're gonna drop, that's gonna come out, you're used to hearing that song over and over and over again. So hearing older versions, like, oh shit, almost like you forget.
Because like there's the only thing that we changed the drums a little bit, because we just wanted the drums, because so Homer, our drummer, he literally was just thrown into the studio when we were up there to track the drums for that version of Holy Water. He literally like maybe listened to it twice and was like and then we were like, go
like, play something.
It's like, okay. So, but now he like had the time to actually play what he really wanted to play, or what he. Okay. Sorry, I got a little gnat in here. What the hell? I've tried. I'm trying. I don't know, but basically that was cool that we could actually spend the time for him to come in and do what he needed to do.
So, has the band lineup changed at all since 2019, or
no? So basically, I think the last change that we did was probably 2017.
Okay, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, so it's been a minute. So we've been this version for close to 4 years, I'd say, probably close to 4 years. That's probably the closest to say. So we're actually adding like a live member to the band as well. That's going to play like keyboards and like other guitars and stuff, because a lot of our newer songs have that kind of gospel-y kind of vibe. So we have like a lot of keyboards, a lot of like there's even some like synthy stuff, but a lot of organs, a lot of like piano and stuff. So
are you guys still signed to the label right now?
So we're signed to Better Noise. It's just not like fully announced yet. So there's like
you just announced it.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, so we actually announced it last year, and then we have been just slowly releasing stuff, because we did like a Christmas song with them last Christmas. We did like a Christmas cover, which was fun. It just kind of was one of those things that it just never it was a Christmas cover, you know what I mean? It was for this song called In the Bleak Midwinter, which is like this like super classic European song. Like in the UK, apparently it's like it's literally like singing like "Oh Holy Night" or something, you know. It's like the song over there.
I don't think I've heard that song.
Listen, I love Christmas too. Like I like Halloween, but I love Christmas, and I had never heard that song either until like the lady was like, "Here, this is a song we picked for you guys," and I was like, "Okay."
So you're telling me that from this, right? What you're telling me, and this is what I'm picking up, that it's safe to think, anyways, that European Christmas songs are not the same or necessarily the same
exactly
as American Christmas song, which makes sense. That music
of course,
different than here.
But it was just weird, because I was like, I had no idea. But it's so funny because Rob, our bass player, his girlfriend lived in the UK literally her whole life, like moved here maybe like 5-6 years ago. And so when she found out that we were doing In the Bleak Midwinter, she was like, oh my God. Like, I'm trying to, I can't even do it. Oh my. She was like, yeah. I was like, I've never heard of it. So cool, but we also made it our own, it's kind of like upbeat and kind of fun. So
did it go well? I mean, it
was okay.
Like
it's a Christmas song. It's a band called The Funeral Portrait doing a Christmas song. Come on, man. Like it's I mean, it was fine.
That would have been a song I would have seen randomly. If I would have seen that, I would have been like, whatever the name of the song is, if I would have heard that song, or let's say you were doing like Frosty the Snowman by The Funeral Portrait, I would have immediately play.
Of course.
That's kind of my thing, right?
Yeah. Like for us, we made it like super like, because we like changed the lyrics up, because it's like talking about like baby Jesus and stuff. And there's nothing wrong with like religion and stuff like that. We're just not a religious band at all. We do have some religious like undertones in our imagery and stuff like that. But the way that we relate religion is more of like a record label or the music industry, rather than we do an actual God or something like that. So
right.
So the way that that song it was super religious, like baby Jesus in a manger. And I'm just like, I'm not singing that. So we like changed it up to being like a girlfriend leaving you or a loved one, your partner leaving you.
And you can find this song
Christmas time you
can find it on like Spotify and Apple and things like that, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere. So it's just not up there because it's not our popular song. God,
people that watch this need to go check that song out. I know that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's fun. There's like sleigh bells,
Oh yes, nice, man.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, no, we were just thinking, hey, what? We literally tracked. So the label hit us up. They were like, hey, we have this Christmas song that we really want you guys to do for this Christmas compilation that we're putting out. You have a week to put it together. I was like, and this was when we were in the middle of writing our record. We were like in the studio writing every single day for a record. So we were just like, so you want us to stop writing our record to start writing this Christmas tune? All right, let's try. And we got it done in like a day and a half. Like we were just like, let's go, let's do it. So we just like didn't sleep for literally 24 hours and like wrote a song.
Man, dude, being in the band's tough, man. People don't understand. It is a hard life.
It's weird.
Until you make it big, dude, it's tough.
I don't know. I tell people I'm retired. So like, cause I don't work I'm very lucky where the band is my job, where I make a very small livable very small off of this band. And so I'm able to dedicate my whole life to this band.
That's awesome, man.
Especially the past 2 years, it's been hard because if I had a 9 to 5, there's no way this record would have ever gotten done.
Yeah.
Because I was in the studio literally for a year and a half working on this record because of COVID. We had to take so many different breaks and all these different like precautions and things. So, or I was doing Zoom sessions or doing like stuff like this to write songs, with people that lived in LA or New York City, or even like we try to write with someone, in Australia and stuff like that. It just,
it's tough. Hopefully one day the podcast can get me supported enough to just do this. Cause even this takes like, I do 3 episodes a week. And so it's like, and really 4, cause I pre-record Tuesdays and I air it on Fridays. And it's like, this is actually live. And that's why last week I took the week off, not from work, but from this, I was like,
I'm sure you felt great last week.
I did. And I was super amped to come back on the show finally. It's one of those things where I like it, but I'm happy that I'm back. And it felt really good. And then getting you on here full of energy, man. And my kind of guest, you absolutely love it. Is there any, now I did want to go over some other things, but we're already like at the 28-minute mark.
Yeah,
I don't have to go over 30. We'll maybe go a little bit over. But anything that you want to say about your band? We didn't really go over touring as much as we probably would have liked to, but great stories anyways.
Yeah.
Anything about your band you want to put out there for people to see?
For me, I like people to come experience what the Funeral Portrait is live. It's hard. It's because, touring and shows are finally coming back. Concerts are finally coming back.
Yep.
Thank God.
Thank God.
So it's one of those things for us. There's some live videos out there, but they're all like really badly recorded. But we did over quarantine, we did record. We rented out a church, like a really cool, like old creepy church in downtown Atlanta, and we filmed like a live set. So before the end of the year's up, I think probably around Halloween, we're gonna release it like as like a live from Hell's Church or something. Something creepy. Yeah. Something the Funeral Portrait would do. So we'll see how that goes. Because I know it's hard it's even hard. I know there's some people out there that I personally know that are a little bit they don't want to come back fully to shows yet. I don't think they're ready for it. There's fear and there's all these other things that people have. And there's also immune problems and stuff that people carry. And so I was like, well, we're announcing all these tour dates. I still want some of these people that, one, we're not going to hit every city, of course. And two, if I'm going to play some of these new songs live for the first time, I don't want them to hear them for the first time poorly recorded on someone's iPhone or, or Android or whatever it is. If I'm going to control how they hear our live version of these songs for the first time. So we decided to do that. So
Well, that is so awesome. Do you guys have a website? Is it like TFP or
TFPCoffinCrew.com?
So. You guys sound like a radio voice. CoffinCrew.com.
TFP.
Go check it out.
CoffinCrew.com.
Go check it out. Go buy it. I'm sure you guys got merch on there. And if you want to sign up,
we don't have any merch. We don't have any merch right now.
No merch.
It's kind of it's a long story short. Old Label had our merch rights, and we got them back, and then we started a new online website, and then we signed a new deal to a new label, and luckily they don't own our merch rights, but they control we have to like partner with them on everything.
Gotcha.
They're investors, so they have to invest in us.
Right.
So we have to go through them. But when stuff starts rolling, which is about September, October, we're going to launch a whole new online merch store with like a bunch of really cool stuff, unique merch, because I'm all about weird, like, I don't know. I'm going to make literally like Godzilla figures, like with the logo on it. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of the weirdest stuff that I can just be like, yo, this is up there too. I know you guys want it.
So soon, check the merch. And when you said investors, it made me think of something really funny that I'm going to share with you. So I get these random phone calls all the time, right? From like either car warranty or whatever, right? So this message, the phone rings, I answer it, and it hangs up on me. Then I get a text message from the same number. It says, "Hey, Sebastian, just tried to leave you a voicemail." Not true. Touching base to see how business is going. Can we help get you money? From Rachel. And my phone says maybe Rachel, like my iPhone says maybe Rachel. Yeah,
of course.
So my text message back was, "What are you wearing, Rachel?" That's what I said back. No response.
Oh God!
But it is someone's cell phone. It is someone's cell phone because if my iPhone recognizes it, it's registered in the Siri fucking.
Yeah. It's it's all that stuff. Yeah.
So I never get mad at people when I get messages on Facebook. From people, I always tell them I'm a Nigerian prince. Like I'll message them back with trying to give me money instead. That's always what I do. It's the best thing to do.
If it's gonna work for someone, I feel like it would be you. Like you seem like that guy that just one of these days it's just gonna be like that Nigerian prince is gonna be like, you know what? He deserves money.
I'm gonna give him some money. Yeah. And I play along with it. So I play along. I mean, I'll go for hours messaging him back, dude. I don't even get tired of it. They eventually will get mad and get bored of the conversation.
I'm sure.
But Sharon's been watching us the whole time. We always thank you, Sharon. Dude, thank you so much for being on our show. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want you to stay right there. In August, the Loud Spot will be in Nashville for the Rockin' Pod podcast. We should have an interview with Saving Abel, which would be really cool. Go check out our merchandise, www.theloudspot.net. You can check out all the episodes. I think it was almost a year ago today. I don't think it's a year ago today. We could have 2 anniversaries, but I don't think so. I came up with my first podcast episode, and so it's been going a year. So thank all the fans. I know people that watch the show regularly. We weren't on last week. It was a nice break. We're back every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Go check us out. Go check out The Funeral Portrait. And I urge you to go listen to the song Mad World. It's super cool. And get ready for the new album that's going to come out sometime early next year. We think maybe. We're not sure yet.
Probably.
It'll be there.
Spring next year. It's happening.
All right. Spring next year. All right. Like I said, stay right there. And peace out. Rock on. Much love.
This is the Loud Spot outro by Nothing Short of Tragic. Is this all talk with no action? No. Is this my thoughts with distraction? No. Is this what I bought that's in fashion? Or is this the Loud Spot with Sebastian? Yes. Does Nothing Short of Tragic have us back again? Yes. Does anything that's good really have to end? Yes. A pin post has a pin show, so to get more episodes, make an order, this is over.
Thanks for watching our video. Don't forget to click the like and share button.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
If you want to listen to our audio and pick up some cool merch, go to www.theloudspot.net. Peace out. Rock on. Much love.
Maryland sports fans, there's only one sportsbook in the great state of Maryland with over 50 years experience booking bets and supporting customers. Betfred Sportsbook at Longshots is now open and is the only sportsbook in Frederick offering cash betting on football, basketball, world soccer, and more. Visit the Betfred Sportsbook at I-270 and MD-85 in Frederick, right next to Longshots off-track betting. Go to betfredsports.com for more information and your chance to win exclusive merchandise. Must be 21 or older. Play responsibly. For help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.